Hey everyone, welcome back to another devlog. For this one, my biggest focus was the AI. They've gotten a lot of new improvements and features since the last update, so let's dive right into it. The first thing I wanted to do was to get AI to walk along paths when in towns and on roads. Unreal Engine 4 comes with these amazing boxes called nav mesh volumes. Basically with them, you can tell an AI a location to move to, and the nav mesh volumes are what decides the best path to get to that location. With these volumes, it will always calculate the shortest route to get to the location. Luckily, you can use nav mesh modifiers to adjust the original nav mesh volume to do whatever you want. So if you create a blueprint with a parent class of a nav area, then you can type in custom parameters for the nav mesh. I used these to create high and low priority zones inside the nav mesh, so when the AI tries to find its own way to the location, it will always prioritize the new zones to get there. This has helped a lot inside the towns. Before you could spot AI walking through houses and cutting corners to get to their location, and now the pathing has become a lot more realistic. The next feature I created was open world actions for the AI. This is an idea I had to make the world feel more immersive. It's just a little ghost looking guy that I assign an animation and a profession to, and any AI with a matching profession will search for these actions during the game and give the appearance that they are completing a job. Placing enough of these around really helps the towns feel more lived in and immersive. The ghost guy is deleted when the game starts because you wouldn't want him to be seen to the player. That would be kind of off-putting, and then as you walk throughout these towns, you can spot AI going up to chairs and sitting down or walking up and talking to each other. Crouching and sneaking is the next big feature that I had implemented into the game. I was able to blend most of my animations that I already have with the crouching locomotion animations that I just got. It ended up coming out really well, and now the player can crouch and walk around. Now that you can sneak in the game, the next thing is to add logic to the AI so they don't just cheat and spot you all the time. I settled with a detection system where if you step into the AI's field of view, then it will begin to detect you, which is shown by a progress bar above their head. When the bar fills up, then they will spot you and also send a message to nearby teammates that you have been spotted. The detection timing is also based off distance to the AI, so the closer you are, then the faster you will be spotted. There is also a variable for the player's sneaking level, so the more you level that up, the better chances you have with sneaking around. Most recently, I finally taught the AI how to use heavy weapons and one-handed weapons without a shield. Before now, the AI only knew how to use a sword and a shield at the same time. The best part about teaching them this is I was able to slightly adjust the code that was already there to take into account these new combat stances. In every combat stance, they have the same basic actions you can do, such as attack, block, dodge, etc. All I had to do was decide the different animations that play and then add any new features if the new combat stance has any. This made it really easy to add any new combat stance to the AI, and in the future, when I add more, it will be really easy for the AI to use those too. Animal AI has also started to come to life. It's in its really early stages right now, but I was able to use a lot of the features that human AI have to make the animal AI. Most of the animals just wander around their area and then use the detection system to try to spot you and then act accordingly. So far, there are 4 types of animal AI. There are animals that flee when they spot you, like deer and foxes. Animals that don't care when they spot you, such as most farm animals. Animals that attack if you provoke them, like bears. And lastly, animals that will attack on sight, such as this big guy here. Oh, and also, due to an overwhelmingly popular demand over on my live streams on Twitch, there are now attack chickens. I still don't know how I'm going to fully implement these into the game, but everyone wanted them, so now the chickens can attack people. Aside from AI, there are a lot of other progress I've made for the game. I've added new weapons, new items, did a lot of bug fixing, and probably a bunch more other stuff that I just don't remember. Now what I am currently working on is learning how to animate. I buy most of my animations I need for the game because I just don't have the skill to produce quality animations. Aside from the money that this costs, I can never find any animations that fit the game's style and directional combat. Most of the animation packs are either too fast-paced or don't have enough directional attacks. The animations I have now are amazing, but I am currently going through all of them and tweaking them to help the combat feel easier and look better. I really need to add more build-up to a lot of the animations, as some of them start way too fast and are almost impossible to judge the direction you should block. I have found that it takes a lot of time to animate, but with the combat being probably the most important feature for my game, it will definitely be worth it in the end. I will try to keep you guys updated with how this goes, and in the next coming videos, hopefully you guys will be able to see the improvements to combat. One last announcement before the end. During the last video, I showed my streaming schedule, and it's been mind-blowing how many people have come from the devlogs to say hi during my Twitch live streams. Well, the problem is, about a week after that video, I had changed up my stream schedule temporarily. I now stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same times, starting at 10 AM Eastern Standard Time. I still really encourage everyone to head over there and say hi and let me know you came from YouTube, as that really motivates me to work on the next devlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any ideas for the game, and subscribe if you'd like to see more progress. And lastly, I'd like to say thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing, and I would not have as much progress into the game without you guys. Thank you.